What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be spectating random players in Fortnite Zero build, going over what they do well, what they could do differently, and just the state of the game right now. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what your final thoughts or opinions are on Fortnite Chapter 5, because this is going to be the final video in this series that I make for Chapter 5. Kind of crazy to think about that, you know, we're already done with Chapter 5. It definitely was not my favorite version of Fortnite, but it did flow by pretty quickly. Even still, don't really know where I want to land for this match. I don't know if people really go Doomstat that much. I might just go Grim. I feel like between Grim and Restored, I went to Raft for the last of this series that I made, or like last week. We can see what's going on at Grim Gates. Probably if I had to have a favorite POI for this entire chapter, it'd be between Grim, Classy, and then Fencing Fields. I feel like just based on the POI itself, it'd be Classy, but you know, with how the game played out at times, obviously going to Grim was really nice when there's a medallion here. Even when there wasn't, the dashes were very important, and then even this season, like, dashes are really good, and it has decent path into Raft. So it might be Grim. That was my favorite POI in Chapter 5. I'm on board here with Catwoman. Cracked FNX. Got an emote on somebody who gave him the kill. Nice. I like to see taking the EMPs over the Arsenal. I feel like without the jetpack, the Arsenal is really not that great anymore. Obviously, it can still get kills and off spawn. Like, you got to take what you get sometimes. But the EMPs, I think, are also incredibly good. Having double mobility is also very good. There's a lot of people here. Being involved in the fights right now is really not that important. So, like, one of the things about, like, fighting off spawn is that obviously, if you just want kills, you want kills. But when there's, like, a lot of people in a POI like this, if you get in there too early, you just end up getting third-partied. So he kind of waited until there wasn't, you know, 3 people all in a room fighting. He just eliminated the person that won that fight. And then he gets the kill cleanly and just gets out of there for free. I think it was actually an AI. But the point still stands. If there's still, like, 10 people at your POI, like, it's obviously an exaggeration. But if there's 10, getting 1 kill and making it 9 players doesn't just, like, free you up to, like, play exactly how you want to loot the POI, you know? And oftentimes it just makes you the third-party target. I think the player is above him. I don't understand how he's not getting shot in the back right now. But maybe they just, like, completely dashed away. I'm kind of confused. But knowing when to fight is essential off spawn, because everybody being in the same spot, like, obviously they're going to get involved in third party. I don't know where this person is that shot at him, but he might have a better idea of where they are than I do. Seems like he thinks they're in there. This doesn't break when you break one underneath it, unfortunately. Still shots over here. I don't know if they're fighting somebody else or trying to bait him. It sounded like it was a bit further away. Yeah, no, they're definitely fighting. They're just, like, fighting in the dash water, so it's, like, hard to make anything happen. That's a scan NPC. He should be scanned now because that NPC, like, scanned the area. But I don't know which one has the NPC hired or not. This is, like, one of the really unfortunate aspects about fighting Grim is that just, like, you get in these fights where you're just spamming dashes constantly. The auto turret is actually incredibly high value here, though. I wouldn't have taken it. Like, I just don't enjoy carrying that item, but having it off spawn for fights like this is actually incredibly beneficial. Getting third-partied already, though, but this is turnable, especially with the dash water. He just wants to get away here and reload his shotgun. It needs to be loaded. I feel like that fight also shows one of the kind of benefits of the Sovereign. Like, having the Gatekeeper in a fight like that would not have been ideal. The fact that he could just kind of reload 1 shell at a time, and if he misses a shot, not have it really be as detrimental as it is when, like, with the Gatekeeper, I think is very good. That Spider-Man just left, but he killed their NPC, so now he doesn't have to worry about the scan bot anymore, which is good. Get these barrels. Raft medallion is already taken, unfortunately. These fights have, like, taking quite a bit of time at Grim. Don't know what happened to that other third party though. Oh, there they are. The turret locked onto them. Oh, this is actually the Spider-Man, I think, that had the hired Artemis. That's actually so unfortunate. He accidentally dashed into the rock there, and if he just dashed forward, like how what he actually wanted to do, he gets that kill for free. But now that player's gonna get away a bit. Oh my gosh. This Black Cat is just doing so much damage, unfortunately. 40 health on him. He has Fizz to heal. I don't know if he's gonna run into them again, and this can really go any way at this point in time because he has 50 health. Just playing the right shoulder peek here, he gets the kill. But that was just like really unfortunate timing. That like while chasing that Spider-Man, he runs into that player, and then they just like melted him with the AR. I don't know why they didn't shoot at the Spider-Man, and then it's also like he's only chasing the Spider-Man there because of like the accidentally dashing onto the rock. It was like would have been really unlucky if they died there. He wants that big pot. I would really want that full auto striker AR too if I was this player. Okay, never mind. I thought it didn't have a sight on it because of when he just shot there, but I guess it was just a spectator bug. I was gonna say like the burst without a sight is not an enjoyable weapon in my opinion. He could get this wall weak and then dash on them there. He just tried to dash through the window. Unfortunately, does not go his way. They're under the stairs. Oh no, they're in the stairs. Like 100-ish damage. They're gonna get in the car and drive away. Oh no, the car's not here. This should be a kill. Nice. Now he's got a purple sovereign. I'm like interested to see what happens to this player though when they're not at Dashwater, because every fight we've seen them in is just very chaotic and dashes are being spammed constantly, and in a fight outside of this area you're gonna run out of dashes very quickly playing like that. And so now I'm curious to see if they kind of conserve their dashes a little bit more, or like how they play without the dashes. I'm also interested to see if they stick with the auto turret or not. The player to his left over here, so it's just running. I think he's more fixated on the medallion though, potentially. He's gonna fizz pad to go further. They're about to get the radio tower guards. This is like going to be a great fight for him because they're somewhat distracted with the guards. And even if they aren't very distracted, they're using ammo for it. I think he's just going to camp the tower though. He's dashing onto them. 100. Like, this is just a kill, GG's. Now he's got scan medallion. I was like curious to see if he's going to like hide next to the thing. He uses one dash there. Someone pulled up in a car. He has no like actual mobility. Like he has a chainsaw, but he doesn't have like shockwaves or the broom or like cherry claws even. And the chainsaw can be used to travel around the map quickly, but like you're not gonna get lost in a fight with it, you know? Like if he wanted to push that person, it's like a bit harder with the chainsaw than it is like shocks or the broom or something. This should be a kill. The person's drinking minis, so they're incredibly weak. There's another person up top by the pad. I don't know if he's gonna go for that or what. He's gonna go to this little room, or like, okay, it's this rock. I was gonna say he's gonna go to a piece of cover and then look for like AR shots. And then if he hits the AR shots, he'll probably push off of it. But like I said, pushing with the chainsaw is not as like you're more vulnerable than using something like shockwaves or the broom. Also, this player has a car up there and a launch pad, so like they can easily get out of this if they want. Go to the bunker, maybe. Getting shot from up there again. This guy's like not really that big of a problem though. This is one of those like pointless fights that I've talked about. Okay, now he's gonna kill the car. This is like somewhat useful, but just like trading AR shots with the player on that mountain is like not good because you're never going to push them and eliminate them if you get damaged, you know? And then all the while you're doing this, you're just kind of wasting your own time and then like making yourself susceptible to third parties. Luckily, he doesn't get caught off guard by that third party and gets the kill for free. But if he was more fixated on the person up top, or I don't know if a scan happened that made him alert of that, or took damage from the person up top, then like a third party could have potentially like kind of capitalized on that. He's gonna get the gold. You could just chainsaw through this and get it like immediately though. Someone's padding the up top. There's one more dash. Hasn't done that much damage to this person, but he hasn't taken much either. There still is potential. Actually, this is probably that person from up top. They probably padded to here. Auto turret did a little bit of damage. What the heck? This person's gonna get away, and this kind of shows what I was talking about with the chainsaw versus shockwaves. Like if he had a shockwave to chase that person, then maybe he gets there in time to like get shots on them as they're padding away. But because his only mobility was the chainsaw, that person is able to escape. They're not like, it's okay though. Like it's not like he took much damage there. Like, this is probably a fight that goes his way if he gets it. And he is gonna be able to get more dashes here, which is good. That's broke shield. Definitely get dashes before you pad. Yeah, that's good. This person also using the chainsaw. Oh, they're using claws. They're gonna get to those. So this fight is gonna happen at the cactus. They're gonna get to the cactus, but he should be able to fight them here. Maybe not though. They use the claws to run again. Okay, this is a kill. Nice. The auto turret got the kill. Someone landing on him though, somewhat, or landing near him. Shotgun needs to be reloaded. Someone else landing here. He's gonna try to pickaxe the car. He gets it, I think. Yeah. There's like 3 more people here though. None of them seem to be the most threatening though. He uses last dash to get up here. Should be fine though, because he's gonna go where there's more dashes anyways. I think there's another person kind of to his left towards like Nitro Drum area, but like they may or may not be the biggest threat. Probably not. It's more dashes. I don't really know what he's going for. I would want to go to island, but I don't think that's where he's going. Oh, he's going for the southern medallion. Okay. Opening my map doesn't work. Sometimes when I make these videos, it lets me open the map, and sometimes it doesn't. One of the nice things about the chainsaws here is that you can just easily use it to get uphill. It's kind of nice. It's like not a thing that I'm gonna like pick my mobility item based off of, but like if you already have a chainsaw in your inventory, then sure. Yeah, it's gonna go fight island here. Locks onto somebody. I would want to just get into the rift. He gets damage on that Chun-Li. People fighting in the basement here. You get up top with the claws. Gets back up with the dashes, and someone just landed on him. He dashes off though. This is huge for him. That's a very good play. Like, it was rough that the people got here in time. Like, that timing was not good for him. But, like, just having the dash to dash off of island and save his life there, I feel like is huge. And I feel like that's something that is a really big deal now that the jetpack is vaulted. Because with the jetpack, you could always just kind of jetpack off the island and it was no big deal. But now you might get in some fights where you're kind of trapped there. There's enough people island where he can kind of just like chill here and heal. If it was one person, just like doing what he did would have not been the greatest. Still, somebody posted up on that house, and I think they have a hired NPC as well. No, that is... Okay, yeah, no, that is their hired air. Those flashes could be huge for him, but the other person is going to be pressuring. That's his last dash. Gets hit hard there, and then Chun-Li just cleans up the kill. That is, like, the benefit of the pump shotgun. You don't see it much in Zero Build at this point in time, or, like, they're all Chapter 5, but, like, they hit a hard shot, and then it's just, like... not really much that the Catwoman can do anymore. Especially like they're out of dashes there. They're like out of dashes and Chun-Li is just hit a hard pump. It's like kind of just GG's at that point. I think that like the kind of the mistakes they made was just like leaving themselves too susceptible to third parties when they initially got on island. Like they did somewhat recover from that, but like I don't even really know what the better play to do would be there. I wish I could open my map. When I go island, I like... Actually, never mind. You can't even show it because it's the old island icon. I don't like landing on that main house. I like landing on like the little tower where Chun-Li was earlier. And I feel like when you land there, you're less isolated. Or you're more isolated, sorry. And you won't have like to fight as many people at once typically is like what happened. Because I think that was just like chaos of the moment that kind of got them killed. And I did recover well with the dashes, but like... yeah. Maybe also, like, not being as fixated on killing the NPC. Because that, like, them killing Chun-Li's NPC just, like, basically allowed Chun-Li to third-party them again. Person landed up top. Gotta be careful here, though, because there is still that other player. She doesn't have dashes to get off island like the first player did. This is GG's probably. You saw like what I was talking about. She wants to get into a rift. But she didn't have dashes to just immediately not be there anymore. And then that made it so that like the little bit of awkwardness of like using the claws to get off island almost just got her killed because she like hit a bush or something. I think the other player that almost killed her fell off of island and died. There also is a vending machine at the place behind her where she could just like quickly heal her white health. When you have these chaotic fights on island, I feel like it kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the all spawn fights. I feel like you want to play most to just not get third partied. But like right there, she almost died because she was too worried about killing that Peely that's just kind of like doing who knows what. And then she hopped on that guy dry and then like she almost killed her. Especially with how many rifts are there and stuff. Just people are constantly rifting, trying to get an opportunistic third party. I would really want to have dashes right now if I was her. She can maybe talk to this NPC and get a med kit if she hasn't already spoken to him. But I think dashes are just ridiculously huge. We saw it almost save Catwoman, or it did save Catwoman's life earlier. Gets a big pot. There also is a slurp truck across the way over there, but I don't think it's in zone. There's a vending machine here as well, where she could go to heal white health like very easily. And she has 4,947 gold. So it's not like gold is going to be a problem. Also, gold resets the start of a new season. So even if gold is an aspect of the game next season, we're probably going to be back at 0 anyways. She gets the bandages to heal though. She still didn't get dashes. Zone is going to end near the red water, but I don't know. Me personally, I want to have them as much as I can. This should be a kill. Okay, nice. Two opponents remain. With them not really being involved in that situation we just saw at Island, I'm not sure how active in the game they're going to be. I guess they are somewhat active. player landed on her with the Iron Man gloves and the auto turret, and she just got stuck in the windmill's turbine thing. Again, no dashes, so it's a little bit harder for her to reset this fight than maybe it would be otherwise. Now she finally has dashes. This is good heals for her. Why am I not surprised, though? One of the final people is just hiding and then tries to land on her with Iron Man boots and an auto turret. No dashes again. She needs to hit the red water and get some. I think she's more worried about getting up top, though, which isn't bad, but it's like I would want to get dashes and then get up top. Like, it's not that inconvenient to get them. There's a player here that has a slide bug. The slide bug is like you can just hear this player sliding constantly. I think it happens by doing something on Spawn Island, like manslaying or something. She's dead. 1 health. Imagine if she had dashes there. She's going for the kill. The auto turret might kill her, though. Now she has dashes, but she's them immediately. There's on her. Both of these players just have to hit 1 shot, but like the thing is the pumpkin has an auto turret. Oh, she's dead. GG's. But when that fight was going messy up top, if she just had dashes, it maybe wouldn't have gotten as messy. But just like the little, like just not getting dashes before she went up top, potentially almost cost her. And she just got on that person very dry. And like, you can just jump on people without tags. Like it can work out for sure, especially if your aim is decent. But if you miss a single shot, if the enemy has decent aim, and if the enemy has an auto turret, it could just very easily go south for you. Like the auto turret is really not the biggest deal, but in that situation, I feel like it's like pretty high value. It's like surprising that both these players are using the same skin and then playing somewhat similarly. So this is the one that was on top of the building with her, and then the other one that killed her was never on top of the building. But they both were just using Iron Man boots auto turret. But yeah, I think that kind of goes to show, you know, this season's meta at times, but also just how minor mistakes can cost you. I think both that Catwoman and the Chun-Li were both good players, but they both just lost to very minor decisions. Like I feel like the Catwoman kind of stuck around when she was weak and kind of made herself an opportunistic third party at times, like put herself in situations where she was likely to get third partied. And then the Chun-Li was kind of the same thing, just jumping on people with no damage and just kind of being lazy with getting dashes, I guess. Like it would have taken like an additional second or 2 to get dashes. And she would have had more potential to not just have her game ruined by that guy setting up top and like missing 1 shot basically. But both those players end up losing. And somebody with the auto turret wins. As always, if you guys did find this video to be helpful, informative, interesting, give it a like, subscribe if you like, see more. Let me know what you think of Chapter 5 down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.